What's going on, everybody? I'm going to explain to you guys how you deal with a losing streak in the market. Okay. And before I move forward, a losing streak is when you stick to your trading plan, your rules, your risk management plan, and you execute and have faith in your model despite not knowing the outcome of it. But you follow all your rules, your plan, everything, good habits in the market, yet you still lose consecutively for a series of days. That's a losing streak. A losing streak isn't when you take bad setups because you keep losing and losing and losing, and you're in your head, you're like, okay, I want to make everything back. That's not a losing streak. That's just you sucking at the skill of trading. You should probably give up. Okay. That's not a losing streak. Okay. A losing streak is when you do your best, you have good habits, you are disciplined, yet you still lose, which means that price action that week or those weeks or whatever has just not been favoring your strategy and you've been moving in a really bad way for your strategy. That's a losing streak, which is what I went through the past week. And how did I come back from it? I didn't change a thing other than de risking. Okay. If price action is really that bad as of late, then price action is just not, the market currently is just not worth me risking 1% anymore. It's not worth 1%. It's not worth risking that much. So I'm going to de-risk, and then I'm going to slowly build myself up so I can start adding on more sides when I see price action get better, right? So that's what happened. You find yourself in a losing streak, you de-risk. Nothing changes. You're still sticking to your rules, your strategy, and your plan, right? You still execute and have patience for the market to present you with your model. You see it in front of you, you react to it by taking the trade simply. So let's just go over what happened. Going to market open, we had two draws on liquidity, or a couple actually, never mind. But the main ones were this high, this hourly high, and then this low right here, this hourly low, and then this 4 hour low down here. And I had this high marked out if price did want to come up for it. I doubt it wanted to, but just noticing the overall high time frame is like very bearish, right? What happens? We have those stacked up liquidity. We take it out. We go for the opposite drawn liquidity, these lows, right? Same thing. We have this stacked up liquidity. Take it out. What do we target? These, the opposing drawn liquidity, these lows. And I want you to notice something. We have reason to move lower because you see all this. I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. This is stacked up. It's like a little upside down staircase. Low, low, low. Same thing. We take it out. These highs, imbalance. Low, low, low. Take them out. What I see happen? We take out, we come up, market open, takes out this hourly high. We fill in this inefficiency. What do we got? Low, 4 hour low, low. Just two, but still strong. We have reason to move lower. High time frame is bearish. So scale down. All right, we take out the draw. This is what happens. We form a bearish SMT. So on ES, we didn't take out this high. On NQ, we did. So that led me to believe that we wanted to move, let's just confluence for us, for the bias, right? We run through this gap. This is mainly like a BPR. It's a confluence where you have two overlapping fair value gaps. It's just fair value gap, some ICT bullshit. Use whatever. It's a BPR, right? Or fair value gap, whatever you want to call it, because you got two overlapping fair value gaps. It's a BPR, right? So price and versus this gap opens up a new bearish gap. We get the change in state, and part of de-risking also means you're probably gonna switch up the way you tweak a little bit. Okay, So you're gonna try to become stricter and try to find better,
You put your thing.
and you're gonna want to try to find be pickier with the trade you
No, you
take.
don't.
Huh?
Put the thing.
What? I'm at home. It's only when I go out.
Hmm?
It's only when I go out. The guy told me when I'm chilling at home, I don't need to wear it. Only when I go out.
No, yes.
You didn't hear him?
Papito, just when you're gonna sleep and when you're gonna shower. Okay?
Okay.
Just when you're gonna sleep and you're gonna shower.
I'm about to sleep though.
Huh?
I'm not even doing anything. I'm gonna sleep. I'm not moving. I'm literally just. I'm not cutting that out. Okay. Part of de-risking is just not reducing contract size or like how much you're risking more percent, risk 0.5 and stuff. It's not just that. De-risking also counts as you being even pickier with the trade. You really want to become more strict with the trades you take. You really want to see, okay, I wouldn't have taken this if there was only just a sweep. I wouldn't have taken this if there was only an inefficiency fill and just no sweep. Okay? Inefficiency. High gets taken. High gets taken again, but it's bearish SMT. For value gap round through, change the state. What's the next thing I want to see? Because I'm being super picky and I really price. I need to see my model get presented to me in the best way possible because I want to put myself in an area where the probabilities are high for me to win the trade. Okay. Best way to execute my forever model is to see, yes, I could enter off of this change of the state and just shorted it from here. Put stops like at the high right here or above the gap. Would have gotten stopped out. So what did mind you, we also had 10 a.m. news today. So I was like waiting for that to come out. But okay, right? I want to get a retracement. I have to get a retracement. I was like, okay, if we don't get a retracement into the change of state and inverse value gap, or BPR, whatever we even call it, I'm not taking the trade because as of late, price action just hasn't been good for my strategy. So price has to scream at me and convince me that I should trade, that I should take this. So what happens is that we come up into change of state into the inverse value gap. We closed bearish out of it, and this is where I entered. It was like 5 minutes before that 10 a.m. news. This ISM services PMI. My past experience with this has been really bad. Like it can be very, very volatile. I took the trade anyways because I just knew it was high probability that this was really worth taking, right? And then a minute before the news was gonna come out, I immediately moved my stop to break even. Okay, I moved my stop to break even because that's just the best way I thought, you know, in my opinion, that was just the best way to go about it at the time. I was seeing price come back up. It came back up to my entry. And then I was like, you know what? If this is my bias could be wrong, I'm gonna move my stop to break even because again, current market conditions just have not been favorable for my strategy, and it's not worth risking anything. So I was like, okay. It played around my stop loss for a little bit. I'm not gonna let it do that no more, and I'm moving my stop loss to break even, especially before news. News drops. It's this candle right here. So you see, it's somewhat significant. Nothing insane, but you know, moving it to break even was definitely the play. Um, and then from then on out, I was in this trade for like about an hour and a half. And then, what's the 4 hour model? Manipulation. Come up into inefficiency and take out withdrawn liquidity. Inverse value gap, change in state. Optional SMT, but you know, who doesn't love an SMT, right? Find you an SMT that, you know, gives you confidence for your bias. And then you can either enter off just change of state or wait for a retracement, which is what I did because I was really picky, right? Because I'm on a losing streak. I needed, you know. That's part of me de-risking, is me being even more picky with the trade I take. Um, Taking the most high quality setup I can probably possibly take. Um, and then the last part, after you set your stop loss, is set your, okay, you want to target the opposing draw liquidity, which is, for me today, was the hourly low. Okay, I'm going to the 15 minute because like I can't click on the hourly. Okay, if you want me to do it, sure. The hourly low right here. Boom, low. Okay. And just oppose the opposite draw liquidity. What do? We did exactly that. This is literally the most perfect execution of the Forever model that you could possibly do. Every single thing, to the last minute detail, the boys reference was perfect. Zero flaws in this, other than maybe trading a couple like before a high impact news. But I mean, what did I do? I moved my stop to break even. So, anyways, my risk management is on point. My entry was on point. My patience was on point because I waited for it to present itself to me. Then I would react by taking the trade. I was patient throughout it all. I went a little late to school, but I don't care because this is more important. And I was just like managing my position from the car, had my laptop out, connected to the McDonald's Wi-Fi, bro. And I was just paying attention to this and managing my position. So yeah, yesterday I went with 3 contracts. Today I went down with 2 contracts. So again, if I took an L yesterday, I'm gonna de-risk further to take. We went down to 2 contracts, and we broke the losing streak. We got back. Okay, I'm back. Very different from the past 3-4 months, because what sold me those times is me getting into a losing streak. I'll lose once, messes up my mindset. I'll lose twice, messes up even further. I start taking lower quality trades because in my head I just want to make everything back. And I have the intention to just make the comeback and make my money back. I didn't think like that today. Um, Took this trade with conviction and just faith in my model. All right, this is how it is. And if you want to get out of the losing streak, this is what you got to do. You cannot switch up. You cannot switch up your mindset, bro. You cannot. You can't start getting emotional. You can't start getting scared, bro. If you're really disciplined and you're really actually taking high quality setups and being patient and reacting to the market, not trying to predict it, and showing good habits, you're gonna get rewarded at one point, bro. As long as you de-risk on that losing streak. What could I have done better this losing streak? Probably de-risk after I was down a band. I only started de-risking after I was down 1.5. Okay, $1,000. Could have de-risked sooner, but it's fine. I'm gonna do that next time. Put myself in a losing streak. Will not be trading tomorrow because it's NFP. And you got Trump speaking, and then you got no FOMC. Yeah, no. Don't trade tomorrow. If you trade tomorrow, you're an idiot. But this is literally my largest trade. 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio. Not because of the money I made from it, because who cares? I don't care about the money. I already detached money from trading. What is big is because the risk to reward. I don't think I've ever hit a 1 to 4 R trade. Not even when I was paper trading for 3 months. I'm not sure. But maybe I did. At least on a combine, or the past 3-4 months, largest trade, 1 to 4 risk reward ratio. This is literally the best trade I've ever taken. My mindset and everything, bro. And the fact that it's so cool to know that the fact that from here on out, I'm only gonna get better because I only expect better for myself. It's just crazy. I'll see you guys next week. Next week is CPI week, so I'm only interested in trading next week on Tuesday. only day I'll give a damn about. Um, sorry, because we got CPI news, PPI, and the only day I'm down to trade is just Tuesday, not Wednesday, because you got FOMC at lunch hour. And if you're trading AM when you got FOMC at lunchtime, yeah, GG. You're like asking to get bent over. And then no news Monday, we don't trade those. Tuesday, maybe Trump speaking news that day, but it's no big deal. Trump speaks randomly, so. And then Friday's PPI. Friday's a huge maybe. If PPI doesn't impact the market as much, if the PPI doesn't impact the market too much, I'm open for it. If it does, then for the most part, I'll probably stay away from it. Wait till next week. But next week, you'll only see me on Make a Trade Recap on Tuesday if I do take a trade. My Dow price action is gonna be amazing next week, but I'll show up for Tuesday. I won't even open the charts for the rest of the days, just Tuesday. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys learned from this trade recap and how to come back after a losing streak, the steps you gotta take. And remember, a losing streak ain't a losing streak if you're showing bad habits in the market and you're just taking bad trades after bad trades after bad trades, low quality trades, forcing trades, forcing your will into the market, trying to predict the market, right? That ain't a losing streak. That's just you being a freaking loser. Give up. Just kidding. You probably should. If you really call that a losing streak and you start getting mad at the market, yeah, this ain't for you, bro. That's pretty much it for me tonight. I uploaded this late. It's 9:45 p.m. I was like procrastinating this video a little bit. My bad. But yeah, that was today's trade. And yeah. So I'll see you guys next week on Tuesday if I do take a trade. Peace.